Early this month, close to 200 nations agreed to a United Nations facilitated high seas treaty to protect marine life in international waters. UN Chief Antonio Guterres called it a victory for multilateralism and also for global efforts to counter the destructive trend facing ocean health now and for generations to come. The treaty fulfills the long-pending need for a legally binding mechanism to conserve the valuable marine resources that are under threat from indiscriminate anthropogenic activity, pollution, and climate change. Once implemented, this pact will set aside about 30% of the oceans outside the exclusive economic zones of the countries as protected areas by 2030 to allow them to recuperate. These marine zones would be like wildlife sanctuaries where any activity harmful to flora and fauna is prohibited. At present, international waters, which are outside national jurisdictions, constitute about 2/3 of the world's oceans, and they are open for unrestricted fishing, navigation, mining, research, or any other activity by anyone. About 10% of all the marine species are at risk of extinction, and over 40% of the threatened species are particularly vulnerable to global warming. Overfishing, increased shipping traffic, elevated salinity, pollution, and climate change, including oceanic heat waves, are hurting marine biodiversity. Whales, sharks, several types of shellfish, and a horde of other fish species are under pressure because of their growing demand for food and making drugs and various other pharmaceutical products. Evidently, only large companies of developed countries have the capacity to exploit these deep sea regions. Most of the developing countries are unable to optimally tap the resources of their EEZs. The marine sanctuaries established under the new treaty would put limits on fishing activities, delineate shipping routes, and impose well-judged curbs on exploration works like mining, particularly when these are undertaken in the seabed deeper than 200 meters below the surface. The objective, obviously, is to avoid damage to fish breeding grounds and minimize the scope for pollution, including noise pollution, which can impair aquatic life. However, environmentalists mindful of defaults in meeting the funding pledges for climate mitigation action are skeptical about the developed countries' assurances for providing financial, scientific, and technical support for maintaining the ecological health of the oceans.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.